Caw. Two men. One named Rich. That's me.
This is Jermaine. Just got off the toilet.
He's a foul man. This is the X's and O's of life.
Huh?
Oh, there it is.
What's going on?
Hi.
Welcome, everybody. X's and O's, 7 o'clock live stream.
Woo.
So, yes, sir.
Are we both wearing like a black shirt right now?
What's up?
Are we both wearing a black shirt?
Yeah, I got on my Pirates. Pirates, man.
Sorry about that.
My Cutch. Now they one game under 500. I'm like, God damn.
It's so great. I'm so excited. I love it so much.
I know. I see you be tweeting a bunch of stuff. You be like,
I'm fired up, man. All kinds of riled up.
What you put on there? What was that? Like some Petra or something that you put on today? Like the music or something?
Oh, Pantera. Yeah, it was a weird earworm in my I couldn't get it out of my head. I woke up and I was just like, yeah.
Just sticking in your head. Yeah, you get those songs.
I hate that shit. I hate it, but I love it. I'm like, okay, all right, stop. No.
He said,
No.
stop.
Okay. Stop it. Cool. All right, great. And it's funny, like once I say something about it, it's like, okay, now we're away. So if, like once you acknowledge it, apparently in my head it goes away. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the situation. Normally we do the whole last week was the topics, and this week will be the would you rather thing. I don't really have any would you rathers, but I got shit to talk about. So I feel like unless you got a would you rather to throw out there, we can definitely.
I got a couple. I got like two of them, two quick ones, but
so it's not kind of like a long extended thing then.
No, it's just quick hitters. It's just quick hitter type stuff. But
cool.
Just want to start off with being old.
Okay,
man. I mean, I really woke up. I didn't do anything. I mean, like ladies and gentlemen, when you get older and you get in your 40s. You will wake up with injuries that you have no recollection of creating for yourself. Woke up today and, I come off the couch and I'm like, oh my God, I almost fell to the ground. I'm like, why is my ankle rolled up on or feel like I sprained it? And as far as I know, I didn't get into any type of rigorous activity yesterday.
You got crossed over in your sleep.
Yeah. I don't know if I was playing Dorothy Twinkle Toes or I don't know what I was doing. I just know that my ankle is just all I did was I went to the laundromat, did my laundry, and as I'm waiting on my clothes to dry and wash, I usually go to the shop and save, get some items for the house, and came back to the house. Walking fine yesterday. I don't even recall sometimes you walk in and then like you step the wrong way and you bend over and you be like, oh, I could see if it was that. I'll be like, oh man, I must have really pulled something. No, this was just, I have no idea.
You were alive and you were alive post 40 and yeah. No, I mean, look, I told you when you texted me that I'm like, look, I will randomly wake up. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my rhomboid?
You said, who did I get into it with last night?
Right, like who fucked you up overnight? Like what happened?
Yeah, man,
yeah,
and
it's wild because even if it's like a restful sleep, it doesn't have to be like one of those tossing and turning things. It can literally be it's a fucking normal sleep, man. And I woke up, I'm like, oh shit, what? Oh, that's a 35 right there. What do you mean?
Yeah.
35? I'm after 35. So this is one of those random pains that happen. Yeah.
And me, I know mine, from past ankles and knees, it'll last for a week, man. I'm hoping this only lasts like 1 or 2 days, but I'll be limping around here for the next week. off of a phantom injury.
Yeah, this was the same thing as last year. I don't even know. I don't think it was around the same time, but
Yeah, probably. I mean,
we talked about
that
it.
was around the same time. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure out and calculate the month that I'm gonna be fucked up.
Right, you got to plan for it now. You got to plan for your injuries. That's why they give you so much sick time. They're like, hey, you're you're closer to dying than not. We're gonna give you a little bit extra time. Just wake up and fuck yourself up somehow. Yep.
Yeah.
But
that was just wild.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been limping around here and took a couple, ibuprofens and been back
damn,
to
it
sleep.
was that bad. Sheesh.
Yeah, man. I mean, like to the point where I don't know if it's warmed up or something because I can walk a little bit better, but when I first, got up early, I couldn't put any weight on it. It was just like, really?
it literally may have been a thing where you got out of bed, and as you got out of bed, maybe for lack of a better term, and I'll kind of piggyback off what you said, your proverbial car wasn't warmed up. So like your legs and ankle and all the other fun little medical stuff, it just wasn't ready.
All in stiff mode.
It wasn't ready to be ready yet, and you were like, well, fuck it, I got to get to work. So we got to I'm not going to turn the heat on in the car. We're just going to drive. And your car was like, one moment, please. Let me remind you who the fuck I am.
My car check engine light came on, or my tire pressure light came on. Like,
sure did. Sure did. Sure did.
And it's not like, I got a big apartment. I'm walking from the couch to the bathroom and back. It's not a ton of square feet I have to cover.
Take this as a lesson. Just piss the bed. You won't get hurt. There you go.
He said, be sitting there holding it like, I don't want to limp. So just kill the sheets.
It's like you do laundry that day, maybe an extra day now because you pissed the bed. Take a few minutes to be shameful. Or do you want to get up and limp for the next week because you were too prideful to piss the bed? I'm just saying it's more, hey, listen. So how do you want to do this? Because I got a bunch of little quick hitter topics to hit on. Also, so folks know, and I scheduled it for 8:30. I don't think we're going to start at 8:30. It'll probably be earlier. I don't know. But we have an episode, our first yearly episode, I guess, if you want to call it, a football.
Yeah.
So anyone that's interested or cares, we're going to be going over, and I didn't even tell you this part. We're going to do the free agency of the NFC. And then in 2 weeks, we'll do the free agency of the AFC. And,
okay. I was just thinking to myself, do you got a website up where you got, every team's free agent moves? Because I can't just remember them off the top of my head.
No, really no. Come on, I'm prepared.
I can only remember a few big names.
Problem. No, that's not a problem. I'm already squared away. I already got that whole planned out. And the whole crux of it is going to be, now I understand, because I thought about this too, because people are like, well, the draft happened and all that's good. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Because yes, it will affect things, but these are still rookies. Not everyone that got drafted in the first round is going to make an immediate impact.
It's going to make an impact.
We're not even going to take that into account yet. Mostly because me and him don't really watch college all like that.
Yeah, so, I was going to wait to the show to say that, but that's what I was going to say. I'm like, I don't know these people. So it's like, how can I tell you how impactful it was? Like, to me, the draft wasn't really exciting. It was just like, okay, I heard this name before, but I only watch college football whenever they get down to the playoff, the college football playoff. Now I might watch those games, but if whatever player wasn't on one of those teams, like the number one draft pick, the Caleb Williams, I've never seen him play. I don't know how good he is.
and I will tell you this. because this isn't going to turn into a fantasy show.
Yeah, we can switch. I mean, make sure when we cover this on the other show, but yeah.
I mean, we're going to rehash it, but just to let the people know that maybe don't know that we have this other one. Understand, we are by no means fantasy gurus, but we also are really fucking good at what we do. We know what we're doing. Me myself, when it comes to the whole college things, I listen to people that are smarter than me that follow that stuff, and I take like that's that stuff kind of plays into what I'm doing. But anyway, that's going to be following this show. We normally don't do a double up, but our schedule is it has to kind of be that way. Anyway, back to business as usual here. Did you want to do the quick hitters on my side, or did you want to do the would you rather thing or first, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's just get my quick.
Okay,
let's get my quick. Would you rather? They both got something to do with incarceration or lock up.
Is that what happened in your fucking overnight?
No. No, I mean, for some reason, I think something happened where, throughout the week, I think it was like right after we had got done with the last week's pod. I watch a lot of, I don't have cable. I only get cable during the football season. So, but I got apps. I got a smart TV with all the apps on it, and they got this Samsung Plus TV where they run shows, and I watch the nature shows. So, yeah, I'm a big I was a bio major in college and all that.
Forgetting, man.
I'm a science guy.
I always just think you're a fucking idiot, but I remember
He said, I'm an idiot with no substance whatsoever.
I do forget a lot of the time that you do have that bio degree, and I'm like, shit, man, because I've never seen you have to do anything with it. I mean, obviously, I know you're educated and articulate. I know that's obvious, but I always forget that. Yeah,
I mean, my degree, I haven't used none of it, so it's all it is a student loan, and but I've always been a science guy. I mean, I love one of my favorite subjects.
Enjoy science, man. Interesting to me.
I'm a math guy all the way up until calculus. Once you get past that, it just gets too abstract. It's like, what? Really they just making up all these formulas, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
We really are alike, man. Because I'm definitely a science guy. I enjoy nature. I enjoy why things do the things they do, and I'm definitely a numbers guy. So yeah, it's interesting. All right, good. Sorry.
Yeah, and with nature, a lot of times, especially watching, some of those, big cats and stuff on, the Sahara Desert and all that. The cutthroat world that's out there. I mean, that's fascinating. It's like, man, this is survival. This ain't I'm doing this because, I'm a messed up person. I'm killing you and eating you to survive.
You know what's wild? I can watch that and be insanely intrigued and have zero issue watching it. But I can see some shit on Twitter about someone leaving a dog, like somebody opening their door and letting a dog come out of their car and abandoning them. I'm ready to fucking throw my phone. Makes no sense.
I hear you.
It's weird.
Like a pet wise, because those animals, especially, I mean, you're talking about domesticated animals that that really can't fend for themselves. Like they haven't had a history of life of growing up on their own and making it on their own. I mean, they do rely on, some human intervention, because they are domesticated. They haven't lived in that.
That's all they know,
quote unquote dog eat dog world. But
right,
when you're a big, a lion or a male lion or a female lion that grew up in that and you instinctually learned everything you learned, then maybe you wouldn't have so much of a feeling of disgust that you'll kill somebody if something, happened to one of those wild animals. But
we need to get animal Uber Eats. That's what I think is the message here.
Animal Uber Eats.
We need to get African Safari Uber Eats. And I'm like a fucking zebra sandwich. It'll be fine. Anyway.
So after watching this nature show, I just was like, man, that's a good would you rather, because they were showing these. Have you ever seen? You've seen sloths, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was a show with and these people were, I guess it was like a sloth hospital or something like that. They were caring for the sloths, and then they were comparing the ones that were in human care, to the ones out in the wild. And the ones out in the wild, of course, had it a lot harder because it's like they have to find and fight, and a sloth is slow, so it's like they gotta live cutthroat just to survive. So my would you rather is, if you were an animal, wild animal, a lion, a tiger, a bear, any big exotic, would you rather be free living in the wild but don't know where your next meal's coming from? Or would you rather be a zoo animal and yeah, you're locked up, but you're not gonna starve, because those zoo animals, they do get fed, and they try to provide them a small habitat, but ain't nothing like the open range of the desert. But what would you rather do?
Okay, so what animal am I? Because that makes a big difference. Am I potentially prey, or am I the predator, or am I kind of mid? Because I feel like each tier, it's different. I mean, if I am if I'm like a zebra, dude, put me in the zoo, because I can't.
He said, "Save my motherfucking black and white ass."
You're a horse. You're a horse with you were always so you're always the guy that's getting fucked up. Like you're always in all those animal shows.
Yeah. Or even like deers or gazelles, where they gotta eat real fast and look up and turn their head and make sure they're not being scoped.
They're already eating like they're in prison. Like they're eating like they're in prison. They're like just waiting for Eddie Murphy to come up and get my cornbread taken. You know what I mean? Like if I'm that animal where I'm basically just prey, then yeah, put me in the zoo. If I'm
so you're trying to say that the animals that are prey, they shouldn't enjoy anything about being totally free.
What are they enjoying? Running for their fucking life. That's what they do. They go to the little pond that's made of piss water and hippo fucking taint sweat.
Yeah.
They drink. It is delicious. This is great. Let me go nibble some grass. Oh no, there's a lion literally eating my leg. That's your life. That's your fucking life. Same with the gazelle. What do you do? What are you? I can run fast. Well, fucking, you need to. You don't have it.
You need to.
You bring nothing to the table. You know what you bring to the table? Nibbles. You bring. Here's what you bring to the table.
You bring yourself to the table to be the dinner to be eaten.
You bring to the table, seasons of Big Cat Diaries on Animal Planet. That's what you do.
But if you were a predator, so you're saying that if you were a lion, a bear, a tiger, an alligator, a crocodile, you would take your chances in the wild.
Absolutely,
but those animals ain't guaranteed food either. I mean,
no, they're not. But I feel like instinctually, what gets their dick hard is chasing and getting their food. That is what they do. They're built for that. I think
because I've seen it at times. When you do go to the Pittsburgh Zoo, or even in zoos. I mean, I've been to the zoo down in one of those Disney Animal Kingdoms or something like that.
Yeah,
the animals, the vicious ones, seem disinterested whenever the keepers bring in the food. They're like they want to hunt. They feel something's being taken away from them.
Really good oatmeal, thanks, bitch.
I mean, they don't have to hunt their food down, but part of their instinct, they want to do it.
I think also the other part of that too is there's not a lot of lions that are going to go starve unless it is a, for lack of a better term, internal lion political thing where it's like a hierarchy of, you know, king of the jungle or whatever the fuck that whole thing is. Where it's like, yeah, bitch, you're on your way out. I'm the young boy.
Yeah, like the male lions. I mean,
right.
You know how it goes. It's usually either one male or two brothers, and then they, you know, they pretty much they got a whole pride. They can have all the sex they want, all the kids they want,
right?
All the lionesses, and then at some point their reign runs out too, because here comes two more lions to off them off. So yeah, if I'm at the tail end of my reign or my kingdom, yeah, I mean, because now you're ostracized at that point. I mean, you don't got the women that's coming to hunt for you. You on your way out,
right?
You're about to go to a lion nursing home.
No, and that's what the zoo is essentially. Like you check into the zoo, and what are you doing? You were literally in your fucking studio apartment, and you have your instinctual nature raped away from you. You get yelled at all day, poked and prodded, not physically, because who the fuck pokes a lion?
Yeah.
But you are baking in the sun. What are you doing? Like, yeah, you get your food given to you.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what I am? I'm built to go get my food. Like, if you're a bunny and shit, like, yeah, like, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna hunt this grass and shit. Like, fuck out of here. So yeah, I mean, funny. It's a pretty easy would you rather with that. I don't see any benefit of being in a zoo if you are a predator. None. Now, if you're in that middle range where you're like a hyena or some shit, like where you're kind of, you could be either way.
Yeah.
I think that literally is animal to animal. You know, it'll determine what I choose because I have to look at the food chain and what fucking eats me. What do I eat? You know, a hyena, I don't know, man. That's I may want to stay in the zoo because I fuck with lions too much and they're gonna catch me slipping. And like the Lion King taught us that.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know that they were like, you know, hand in hand. I didn't know that, like, wherever you see some lions, most of the time, if there's hyenas around, like they're like coexistence upon each other.
They're four-legged vultures. That's what they are.
Yeah.
You know,
scavengers and shit.
That's what they do, and it's like they're unnerving. But yeah, I think based on the historical plot of always fucking with lions, I'm staying in the zoo because no.
At some point, it's gonna catch up with you. It's almost like irritation. Like they are an irritating animal. That's what they do. They even got the matching laugh with it.
Yeah.
I got the matching laugh. But yeah, man, I was just looking at that in nature, and like I said, with these sloths, I was just thinking to myself, like, the way that these people were taking care of these sloths, and you could see it in their faces, they looked like they was damn happy that they were being taken care of, as opposed to having
think about what they do in their natural habitat. What do they do? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Okay, they slowly climb from. They slowly move from tree to tree, and you know they come down, and sometimes they use the restroom. I said the restroom, but you know they go to the bathroom, and they don't really. They don't really eat is like flowers and leaves and shit. They don't really.
Right. Like the biggest difference between what they do on the outside to what they do on the inside, they don't have to worry about another animal eating them. Like that just hammers down that point fully, where there's no reason to, if you're that animal.
So basically, you're saying it depends on where you're at in the chain and what type of animal you are. Will you be in the zoo, or will you enjoy your freedom?
Right. Like what eats me? What do I eat? How easy is it for me to get what I need to eat? And how much of a threat are the people above me? You know, 'cause, I mean, obviously these wild animals have, you know, natural, like defense mechanisms built into them. Some of them do. Some of them are just fucking idiots, like zebras. Just like, don't eat me. All right.
I mean, the reason why, like I say, I posed the question is because it was just like, you know, some of those shows, like they show some of those predators, they really be struggling to try to find some food. I mean, and it'd be like, I wonder if they wish they was in the zoo.
What's your answer?
Huh?
What's your answer? Like, what's your take on it?
I mean, I don't go along the lines of, you know, animal to animal, but you make a great point. I mean, you're like changing my perception of it, but you know, I would assume that all the animals they want to be, you know, in the wild. But I don't know. I mean, like you said, if you're getting like a deer and all, I would assume that they want to be out there running and hopping and all of that shit, you know, with their, you know, so what family. I assume that, you know, every animal would want to be in the wild and not feel like they're captured.
Hunters, man, shit. That's a shit. I didn't even think about hunters and poachers.
Yeah, actual hunters.
That's even more. Because that is the only other thing that's killing a lion is fucking poacher. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't change it, but it gives more credence to my prey idea of like, dude, just go in the fucking thing, go in the petting zoo, you're fine.
Well, I mean, I think the, you know, the days of the poachers, and not saying that still doesn't happen, but it's a lot less prevalent than it was maybe in the 1950s or something like that, where people were going crazy and taking and killing and the whole endangered species and all of that. I mean, it ain't gonna be too many hunters that can get away with, you know, going after animals and poaching animals because
just regular hunting then, just like deer hunting, turkey, fucking shit like that. Like you're, you know, I don't know what's really eating a deer in the forest, but you know, just kind of.
Yeah, not in these forests, not around here in this area. I mean, I don't know what would eat a deer. It would be just hunting.
Would it be a bear?
Season.
Like, what do bears fucking do? I don't know. Aren't bears like herbivores kind of, or are they?
No, bears eat food. I mean, they're big salmon eaters.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay. You know, I think they crunch on like berries and shit like that. I mean, I think they dibble and dabble on both sides, but you know, mainly they find those. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a bear. They show a bear eating a deer or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Seen that. Yeah.
Fucking wild though. Shit. No, but I agree though. I understand the whole as a wild animal, I want to be free, but I look at it like risk reward, man. Like, what do you really gain?
I think I maybe should have prefaced the question of, would you want to be a wild animal in scarce conditions? Does that change anything for you?
Scarce in the sense of there's nothing, or it's harder for you?
No, I'm not saying there's nothing. I mean, it's just, let's suppose they're just, you know, a lot of, you know, cheetahs or jaguars or whatever, any big cat. There's a lot of them in the area, but the food is just, you know, you're almost in competition, not only with, you know, the other animals. It's like you got to track this thing down too, you know, and you're trying to raise a family in that whole, you know, scarce conditions. So I don't know, but I think those animals, I mean, if you can put them on the podium and put a microphone in front of them, they probably all would say they'd rather take their chances in the wild. They probably would. Because it's just in them.
It doesn't change it for me. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying, but I'm like, I hate to say it because it's fucked up, but I mean, at a certain point, they will start cannibalizing.
Yes.
Like, a motherfucker will eat if he, you know, he will figure it out.
Yeah.
So, right, what's the other
So
one?
then my other one is dealing with lockup or incarceration of just human beings. Period. What would you rather do? Would you rather be locked up for 2 years in a maximum security prison? I'm talking like
That's
everything you
23
see
right?
on, huh?
That's 23 and 1, right?
23 and 1. What?
Like 23 hours in your cell, 1 hour out.
I don't know how to do. I'm just saying, like, just you're in there with the most heinous criminals there is. I mean, like, would you rather do 2 years in that facility, as far as for whatever your crime is, or do double or 4 years in a minimum security? So, would you do more time? Would you want to just do 2 years in the maximum fucked up area just to get it out the way, or would you waste another 2 years just so you don't have to go with harsh conditions? I can't remember how this came about. I don't know if I was watching a movie or something, or a show or something. I'm gonna send there like, man, it's 4 years. It's 4 years, man. I don't care if it is lighter conditions. But at the same time, in that 2 years in that maximum condition, you can come out fucked up. So it's like, which would you rather? What would you take?
All right, so.
And when I say minimum security period, I ain't talking no Goodfellas where they in there cutting
No, it's not
cutting the garlic with razor thin and eating food and all that.
No, so
The stump on, the tilt on.
I mean, so I'm thinking like the crime could make a difference of what you did, because that can gain you, cred.
Oh yeah, sure.
But obviously it's a little weird, because if you took some folks out, you're not getting a year. But we're gonna take the logistics out of it. We're just gonna
say, like, let's not. Yeah, just know
for
sure it's either for sure 2 years or for 4 years, regardless of what the crime was.
I would take 2 years.
That's where I was leaning towards too.
I have the gift of gab a little bit, man, and I'm pretty personable. Now I know I'm not like gonna be making friends here, but I'm kind of a social chameleon. I will very much want to just fly under the radar and be left alone, but also, if it's a 23 and 1 type of thing, that's fucking super for me. Put me in the fucking cell. Lovely.
You ain't even got to deal with nobody. Yeah, for only 1 hour. Yeah.
Right, and you just lay low. Now, am I probably gonna get fucked in a bum? Maybe. I don't know.
He said, maybe.
Am I gonna fuck somebody in a bum? I don't know.
Maybe. He said,
I don't know. Motherfuckers get lonely. But, yeah, like knowing that you would do double in the other one, where you have more of a, I mean, for lack of a better term, you have a little bit more freedom. You can be more social. I don't fucking need that or want that. I'm all set. I'm good.
Yeah. This brings me back to when I was very, very young. I had a choice of that's exact situation. Well, not. It was between house arrest for double the amount of time, or going to jail and doing half the time. And that's just the county jail. But considering I had employment and I wanted to keep my employment, I took the longer route, with the house arrest. This was, dealing with a DUI I had, my first First time getting into anything like really, really serious, and because I wanted to keep my job, and I wasn't trying to, you know, if I was unemployed at the time, I would have did the, just shorter time, just do the time in the county, but because I was like, man, I'm not trying to lose my job and start all over and all of that. I did 2 more months as opposed to I did 4 months as opposed to 2 months. So, but like you said, normally I would probably go with the quick route just to get it out the way. Because 4 years is 4 years, man. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, and knowing kind of how the other one would work, yeah, I was going to say, what if you switched it where the lesser security thing and you had to be more social and interact with more people, which probably leaves you more into danger if that was 2 years compared to the pretty much isolation of the 4 years. But then that makes you look like an antisocial fucking lunatic.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm not dying to be alone that long.
Right.
I mean, I'm doing a prison term right now in this apartment.
Right. Like,
I got all the alone time I need.
But yeah, no, I think I would have to go 2 years to just stay to yourself, fucking. I mean, at a certain point, everything becomes just kind of monotonous, and you get used to it. We're habitual creatures, so fine. But yeah. Okay.
That's what I was thinking. I was just like, which one would you do? But yeah, I think my all signs would point towards get it out the way as quickly as possible.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to do it the other way. I mean, unless you're really, really, really like afraid. But it's 23 and 1. It's kind of one of those things where, like,
yeah.
Okay.
Those are my would you rather's.
Okay.
I hope I haven't incriminated myself for something I did when I was in my 20s. I'm like, man, I was afraid to share that. I'm like, I should have said somebody else did it.
Yeah, fine. You wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to talk about.
Okay.
And they're all pretty quick. So, story time. Well, actually, no, 6 things. 6 things. Ooh, yeah. All right. So, this thing happened today. I don't know why it's like, oh, this is fun. I made bacon, and then I made a pancake. But I made the pancake with butter, and I made it in the bacon grease. Okay? Tell me why this... Yeah, go ahead.
You made bacon.
Yeah.
Grease left over.
Yeah.
Put the pancake in the bacon grease.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Tell me why this motherfucker tastes like a corn dog.
A corn dog?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. And I didn't understand it till I started putting it together. I'm like, all right, hold on. What is corn dog? It's basically just fried dough and some pig parts, basically, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, like a dog. Yeah.
Right. And I was like, okay, what am I making? I made bacon. There's bacon grease, which is pig, and pancake mix, which is basically flour and water and whatever the fuck other thing is in there, which is just essentially batter. So it kind of, I understood it. I'm like, yeah, I get why, because the pancake didn't cook like a normal pancake. It kind of like did a funnel cake kind of frying thing. And it was great. Like, don't hear what I'm not saying. It was fantastic, but it was a fun little science thing I did today.
So you didn't do this out of just being too lazy to make the bacon grease, pour the bacon grease sauce. You intentionally was like, I thought about
I thought about it midway through. I'm like, Let's see.
Let's see what it happens.
And it was weird. Like it cooked different because it felt like the outside cooked quicker, and then because it was frying in that grease, it was burning hotter, so it started to not really char anything, but it seemed like the heat cooked its way through that way instead of just being on the fryer.
Just the regular, yeah.
It just, I don't know. It was great. I loved it. I was very happy with it.
He said, I loved it.
Just very happy.
Was it any different colors or anything? Or was it the same?
It was
like a regular?
a little darker. But yeah, it wasn't burnt. Nothing. It was fantastic, man. It was great. All right.
Bacon pancake.
Yeah.
/ corn dog.
Right. Someone else try that out and tell me if I'm not crazy, because both the kids tried it and they're like, yeah, that's a corn
See,
dog.
I ain't no big pancake person, but you do got me one. I am intrigued. Do want to try it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's a good time. All right. Let's see here. I bought a pizza a few days ago, and I wanted pepperoni on it, and they did not send pepperoni. They just sent a cheese pizza, like a fucking lunatic. Who the fuck eats a cheese pizza?
Kids. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, I got the money refunded and whatever and all that stuff, but I've realized that I am a pizza snob. I'm a pizza snob. Because if I
turn your nose up at it, like,
yeah,
I have nothing of the sort.
This, how dare you bring this on my table? Just, ugh. But here's my thing: like, if you wrong me once in the pizza game, I'm never going to you again. Ever.
He said in the pizza game.
I'm never. I blacklist you, and I feel like that makes me a pizza snob, and I'm okay with it.
So, whoever you got it from, they didn't.
Antonio's Pizzeria, you fucking cocksuckers.
So, this is the first time they messed up. Like, you don't give them another chance?
No, fuck that.
Oh, I thought you had like okay, everybody gets one fuck up, and then if they do it again, it's over. No, very first time.
Bye, Felicia. I'm done.
I think I'll give them at least one more try.
Nope.
Because you never know who came on that day. Or
fucking places. It's not like you're, it's not. I was gonna say it's not like it's a Chinese spot, but those are fucking everywhere too. But it's not like it's your local Thai restaurant or whatever, where you're like, well, the other one's 20 miles away. Well, I'm gonna go out. No, you're not. It's stupid. Like pizza places, like it's as frequent as Starbucks and gas stations.
That's what I was gonna say. In this Pittsburgh area, and I ain't talking about just your side of town, and I'm not talking about just my side of town. I'm talking about everywhere in Pittsburgh. Everywhere there is. I mean, it's more pizza shops than Little Italy around here. I mean, like
fucking people.
Huh?
There's more pizza shops than people.
I know. I mean, just on this street alone, from one end of this block to there's at least about 5 or 6 of them. And this is just on this one street. That spans about 2 or 3 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
6 pizza shops. I mean, they going on and on and on. And then, when I used to live on the West End on that area down in McKees Rocks, they're right next to each other. Like, boom, just competing for your business right next to each other.
And here's the thing, too. And I noticed it at one place down on Liberty Ave. I forget the name of it, but it's some Italian name fucking thing. But it's owned by, like, Mediterranean people. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. It's weird to me. I don't know why it's weird to me, but it's fucking weird. It would be like a black dude owning a fucking Chinese restaurant. It's like, fuck. No.
I do got an example like that. I mean, I just went to Popeye's chicken on the south side, and you thinking Popeye's, Louisiana chicken, and the mute love that chicken. You think it's all black people? It's Indians in there running it. I'm like, This is
Oh.
weird. You go into
Yeah.
a black fried chicken spot and it's all Indians.
It's weird. It's like I think we did an episode about substituting meat that shouldn't be, like turkey bacon. Fuck out of here. It's like you're substituting people. It's like, no, you don't outsource pizza, motherfucker. What are you doing? No. Like, I don't need the guys to be straight off the boat to like make the pizza. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I mean, your name ain't got to be Giovanni or Mealy or anything like that,
Right.
but dang, at least look a little bit like the part.
Yeah, like I don't want to walk into Domino's and have fucking Chang give me the fucking pizza. It's like, fucking you Chang, this is not fucking pizza, dude.
He
Like,
said Chang is serving me the pizza. Man, if I ever, and I mean ever, go into a Chinese restaurant and see all black people, I would just turn around and walk out. Like,
it would
nah.
be weird. It'd just be weird. Because I mean, it's not like you're gonna cook it any better than they're gonna cook it or that person's. No, it's all fucking paint by numbers. But it's just like the weird, like
Even if I was a black pizza shop owner, I would hire an older Italian lady just for the GP, just for her to sit around and look like she's a old Italian mother, just to
what you do.
throw off the scent.
Look, you got May,
Like,
you got Jake, you got Jamal, and you got Mr. Dago over there, and he's fucking the guy. He's quality control. You got a big ass gray mustache. He fucking doesn't even like you guys because that's what they fucking do. So it's a weird little thing. But yeah, it's fucking.
I would hire an older Italian couple as like Walmart greeters. They would sit in the front. They don't got to touch an oven. They ain't got to do anything. But they would just walk around looking like they were true Italian, just to throw people off.
Right. Like, yeah, we got fucking, they're there. All right. Saw this a few days ago too, and it just pissed me off to no end because it gave me like Oakland flashbacks. If you're on a bike, get off my fucking road. No, you do not need to be driving in the same lane that I'm driving on your little fucking bike.
So you mean crotch rocket bikes, or you mean like Harley bikes?
No, fucking bikes, dude. Huffy bikes.
Oh, like a non-powered motor.
Bicycle, motherfucker. Bicycle.
Wow. Okay.
Get the fuck off the road. You don't belong there. This is not share the road. Well, no, you don't have just a right. You know why? You don't need a license to drive a fucking bike.
Sure as hell don't.
You know what you call that? You don't even call driving a bike. You call riding a bike. You're not even doing what I'm doing. Get the fuck out of my way.
I know, and there's so many areas that have specific little bike lanes and everything, and it's like,
and they go in the places that they should that don't have the bike lanes, and they look at you. It's like, excuse me. Look at how much I weigh. Look how much your little fucking thing weighs. Do something else.
Yeah. I mean, the bike, it's like I'm saying to myself, like, bicycles are meant for sidewalks. You're not supposed to be on the road.
Well, that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start driving on the sidewalk. Oh, I thought we were fucking doing this. I thought we're sharing everything now. Like,
yeah. Like, any bicycle I ever rode, I've never taken to the highway to try to ride it.
No. Why would you fucking do it? Isn't because I don't even, if you're even, I can't even words. It's like, I don't know if you're trying to make a statement or save the environment, man. Okay. No.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a workout thing. I mean, those people that ride those, bicycles on the road, they're not riding it because they don't have any other transportation. They are riding it because they feel like they're getting a workout in or something. Like, it's almost like they think they're going mountain climbing or hiking or some shit like that, They use, I guess they assume that that's their, their exercise to keep healthy. That's just like, somebody just running. You see the joggers that don't be out 6 o'clock in the morning.
Don't do? Run in the middle of the fucking
road. They don't run on the road.
No, it irritated me because this guy was like looking at me. He was like, "Oh, I'm going left." I'm like, I don't
So
care.
he was looking at you like you were in the wrong for being on the road. It's like,
right. I don't know, man. It's just weird. I just saw it, and it just made me go back and think of this. It's like, this is so stupid. Because I guess they're like, oh, well, it's a danger for pedestrians from to ride the bike on. Then don't ride the bike in the city. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like, I don't know, honestly, what to tell you, because you can't make more road when there's no more room for road. You can't have these people riding in like a 45 mile per hour fucking speed limit zone, and they're pedaling at their 15 miles an hour, and you're like, your eyes twitching and shit. Like,
see, I don't even trust the people around me with my safety. If I was riding a bike, I wouldn't feel comfortable riding a bike.
That's my thing too. How do you go out and you feel okay? It's like going into a war zone without a flag.
Yeah, I feel it. It's dangerous. Like, I just feel like I wouldn't get on the highway because I'm not, I don't have enough confidence in people to not either hit me or make a mistake, or so I would stay out of that danger zone. I wouldn't even venture into it.
Just
I don't trust people enough. I don't trust people enough to, you know how they say when you're driving on the road, you got to watch other people, because you could be driving perfect, but other people still don't know how to drive, and you can still get into an accident.
Absolutely. All I need is some retard on a fucking bike on a pedal. Like, what are you doing? Out of here.
You said he had the hand signals and everything, huh?
Right, because motherfuckers try to be all zoomy and shit, try to be all fancy. It's like, I don't have time to look out for you while I got other people on the road and I'm doing my thing, but you're like, I'm a pedal, I'm a go between the bikes. Like, dude, fuck out of here, man. Throw your ass into a fucking river.
Yeah.
All right. So we just bought 45 bags of mulch.
I know I seen you tweet something about that. What, y'all throwing that on in the front? Right there where you
no, motherfucker, we hired 2 dudes to do that shit. Listen, I'm gonna tell you my black joke here too, because we came home and they didn't really start yet, and they're 2 black dudes. One had they're good people. And Rube was like, well, what are they doing out there? I'm like, oh, we bought some slaves. Because I'm like, I'm a dick. Let's have fun with this. And he's like,
I got them on sale.
Right. Probably did. And I was like, yeah, we just bought 2 slaves. It's fine. He's like, well, what are they doing? I'm like, obviously.
Slaving.
Obvious. I was like, they're doing some boxing shit and picking cotton. What do you think, dude? He's like, we don't have any cotton out there. Like, I don't know if it was a real response to him. I don't know if that was a real, like, we don't have any cotton out there. I'm like, I don't know if you're being real or not.
Yeah.
So I just walked away from like,
you didn't really think I was serious, did you? You're like,
right. I'm like, I'm gonna walk away now, and you're just gonna think I'm a little racist. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna go over here now, because I'm not equipped to have this conversation, because I was just being over the top silly. Let's be honest. Who the fuck can afford a slave in this market? Jesus Christ, come on. Anyway,
yeah. If it was in a modern day world, it would be very expensive.
I'd have to get a buy one get one. Absolutely buy one get one. No, but it was obviously.
So the last project you touched was that garbage thing in the back, right? The shed thing.
Yeah, and they actually did that. They did out back too. I'll upload a little picture of it. No, I'll just fucking send out. People don't need, unless they do want to see it, which is fine. But it looks good. It was 2
because I remember y'all got that like right there in the front, like when you had your birthday and you was putting up signs and stuff like that. You talking about like right there, right?
Yeah, all there. But then also, there's that little, whenever you're going to the porch, there's that other little kind of triangular situation that we got all that filled in. Then on the sides, we got that filled in. They went in the back and just tore up everything in the back near that tree, so it looks all nice and clean. So they did real good fucking work, man. But 45 bags of mulch. 45 bags of mulch. That was, they had it at Lowe's for 5 to 10, which is actually funny because I tagged Lowe's and they fucking responded. I was like, oh shit, hi.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I was like, oh hey, what's up? But yeah,
it was like, thanks for putting us on the map.
You know what was cool too? Like the guys, because I put this on Twitter too. I showed before I loaded 10 bags in and after. I was damn near driving a lowrider home like that. It's 2 cubic feet per bag. I don't know the weight on it, but
yeah,
like it was. I was like, oh shit, I'm leaning back here. I don't like. You could feel the car was like
straight lowrider.
I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of what you're doing right now.
You've probably seen sparks fly out the back.
Luckily, it wasn't that, but a few more bags, I probably would have been having some issues. So, but yeah, they did real good work. I'll send you the pic. The only I got black mulch. The only thing is it kind of looks like dirt, but I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
So you didn't get traditional brown mulch?
No, they had brown, black, and red. And I'm like, I like the black, man. And because our neighbor, he has like more of a traditional looking mulch and it's black. I'm like, that looks sexy, man. And absolutely that is what influenced me to get that color. And funny enough, the guys, because I told them that, and they're like, I fucking told you, I knew he fucking did that. I'm like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna let you know I did bite off of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it looked good, man. I liked it. But all right, 2 other little things. So for those that don't know, my kiddo got into Penn State, like main campus, and unfortunately, after financial aid, we're looking at having to put out $40,000 a year.
What aid was given financially?
Apparently not a lot because of our income, and I'm just like. I had a bit of a fucking spaz out, and I apologized to him and Tiff because I mean that is just so much, and I want us to be able to get ahead of the game, and this just puts us kind of not behind. We're still going to be fine.
You already know what I feel about secondary education.
Dude,
y'all go back and
I know.
Y'all go back to the previous pods. We got one dedicated to
first 10 pods, I think, man. I'll fucking.
That was in the audio only ones, yeah.
Yeah, that was audio only, yeah.
As a man that has a college degree that went to secondary education, we just started the beginning of this pod with me saying I didn't use any of it. So I mean,
there you go. Funny enough, yeah.
And you got to pay $40,000 a year. See, me, I at least I had scholarships. And,
apparently, they don't offer a lot at Penn State, which was unknown to me. And my first thing was like when she told me that, I'm like, well, we better look for a new fucking school. I don't know what to tell you. I was fucking hot. I was absolutely hot because I'm just like, dude,
40 a year. That's somebody's salary. That's a
right, dude. That is. I told her like I'm straight up working to pay for his college with nothing left. Cool. And she's like, okay, what the fuck? But I did calm down, and I realized we're gonna be okay. But I just got to put that out there that it is a fucking robbery that costs people that much. Absolute fucking
secondary education is the biggest scam going on in this country. That's my feelings about it. It really
absolute
is.
Fucking scam.
And they condition people's minds to believe
this is what
have
you need
to have it. Like the more you have, the better. You've even brainwashed people into thinking that you got to get a master's, and then you got to get a master's, and I mean, like.
Well, there is certain things that do need those things.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna be, somebody like a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, then your education is definitely going to, pay off. It's an investment.
Like
but if you're not in one of those fields,
I'm just like. I don't know. It's just, woo. But I just wanted to kind of get that out there, and just has not changed my feelings on college at all. I still think it's a fucking goof troop thing, but whatever.
And like you said, I mean, I probably can write a paper a little bit better. I probably can carry a conversation on or articulate myself a little bit better. But almost every job that you can get out there in today's world in America, they train you to do the job. So the education part of it didn't really, I don't see the impact that it made on me getting a job at any job I've been at or said job. I got to throw that in there. That's becoming like a Chappelle reference.
Dude,
at said job.
Absolutely a fucking teacher.
I know you tweeted me about, somebody said, it was something about Chappelle, and you was just like, man, we reference him every time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Somebody did something, or they said something that was like,
it was something about Prince. It was like the Prince.
Yeah.
Like,
they said somebody came out looking like Prince or something like that.
Oh fuck! I'll have to look it up. That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. He was like, man, we reference Chappelle in each part.
Like, we crowbar that motherfucker in there, regardless, whether it be intentional or unintentional. We find a fucking way. I think we just did it by saying that we did it. There we go.
Yeah, we shoehorned him in right
there. But yeah, I'm not pleased about it, but whatever. It is kind of what it is. Decisions have already been made, so fucking figure it out.
Does he know his major? Like, what is he?
Yeah, it's like business management, so it's not even anything special. Like, it's not even anything niche. I'm just saying, it's not anything like fucking niche. Like, it's like
he just disrespected his own way. He was like, it ain't even anything special.
Is it? Look, it would be different if you
even if that's what you thought, you don't say that.
I'm saying it more in the sense of, if it was like, I'm going to NASA college, I'm going to teach a rocket,
or be some type of engineer or something like that.
Right, like, this is not a niche thing you're going into. This you can get this shit on Phoenix Online University. Not saying I want you to do that, but I'm just like, that's my big takeaway. I'm like, 40 grand for a fucking degree you can get anywhere else. And I get like the Penn State emblem.
Did he purposely want to go further away from home? Because it wasn't like, no, I don't want to be in Pittsburgh.
I guess he didn't really like the internal city thing of it, which is fine. But apparently he did like a virtual visit. I'm like, so he chose a school. So he basically married a bitch after a Zoom meeting, is what you're telling me. Like, that's what he fucking did. But
you are married for those 4 years. You are.
Right. So he did like a Zoom. He's like, I really like the campus and the feel of it. I'm like, what fucking feel? What fucking feel? What feel? What did you feel? The mouse? You felt the mouse in your hand?
He got a panoramic view and was like, I'm digging that. See, yeah. I mean, my school choice was based off of financials. Yeah. I mean, it was like when I was in 12th grade. Yeah, I visited a school all the way in St. Louis. It's called the University of St. Louis, and it was in Missouri. They paid for me a flight and everything. It was my first time flying.
Wow.
And, yeah, they flew me all the way there, and I stayed pretty much the weekend in that area. And then,
I thought you were a football guy because you're black. They're like, can you catch the ball?
No, I mean, I couldn't believe they flew me in, and
that's crazy.
And then I had some offers from a few places. Fisk University in Tennessee. I had a bunch of offers, and Pitt. I didn't even consider Pitt because I definitely wanted to get away from the Pittsburgh area. It was like I just wanted to. At my graduation at high school, everyone's crying and we're going to miss you. I ain't going to see y'all. And my look to everybody was like, I can't wait to get the hell away from y'all. I've been with y'all ever since I've been in kindergarten all the way up every year. The same people in the same class. Yeah. So everybody else is crying and hugging, and I'm like, I can't wait to get the hell away from y'all. So I was gonna choose somewhere far. I wish I would have, but I didn't, because not enough financial aid. It was just like, okay, at the end of the day, let's suppose they'll say, suppose it's $20. I mean, I said $20, 20,000 a year or something like that. I don't know what it was. I'm just using some examples that random examples. They would come and they'd be like, well, we can pay this, 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 and this, and your portion is going to be about 5,000 a year. And I'm like, where am I going to get it? My parents ain't have no money. I mean, I'm pretty much the only one that had went to school. It was my brother that's 2 years older than me that, that we be going out. And, he was just going to
right now if I had to pay $5,000 a year for him.
Yeah.
Right
now. See, back then though, there was nobody that was going to contribute to be able to pay this, and I didn't want to rack it all up in student loans and all that. So ruled out the school in St. Louis, ruled out the school in Tennessee, ruled out everything. And then all of a sudden, I want to say it was getting down to, hey, you got to make a decision here. It was like towards the end of the summer, I want to say, it's probably like end of July, going into August, right before that fall. Next thing I know, I get a letter from Pitt, and I'm like, okay. So I did that. I filled out all the application and sent everything back. And it was like a full ride, 4 years, scholarship, everything. I was just like, looks like I'm going to Pitt. Looks like I'm going to Pitt. And, the reason why I owe student loans is because I didn't finish school in 4 years. I finished school in 5 years. So I had to do an extra year, and I had to take out student loans for that. Reason why is because I had my daughter in school. So she stayed with me, her and my ex. And that semester or that year that they stayed with me in my college dorm, I flunked out. I couldn't get anything done. It was like, she was a real, what do you call those babies? I think it's colicky babies or babies that cry a lot. I mean, my daughter was a screamer, and I just couldn't keep up with the school curriculum. So I had to do another year just to finish. But yeah, man, I mean, school was definitely based on the financials. And you're talking 40 grand.
Yeah.
He better be damn glad he got some parents that can pay for that shit. Cause I
it's one of those weird things. It's like, it's our fault it's that much money. Like, that's the fucked up part about it. It's our fault.
Like, y'all make too much money. Like, if y'all were both only making $30,000 a year, then y'all would probably get a full ride, or something like that. Yeah. You'll get the Pell Grant and all of those other grants. I can't even remember.
But before financial aid, it's about $17K a semester. So that's what, about almost 70 grand?
$17K a semester? It's only 2 semesters in a year, right?
No, it's 4.
Oh, it should only be 2. Right?
No, there's 4, dude.
I could have swore it was only 2 semesters in a year. Because I had my spring classes and my fall classes, and then I had my spring classes. Like after the winter, after the break.
No, yeah, he's only getting $5,000 per semester for financial aid. So it brings it down to 12. So it's actually more than like 40. I thought it
was 2, it's 4, huh?
It's more like that.
17K. What is that? 34? 68,000 a year.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we're actually having to pay, because it's going to be about 12 grand a semester. So that actually ends up being almost 50. So they're only covering 20 grand, and we're having to do damn near 50. So 40 was a low ball. Actually, it's 48,000 we got to pay.
When is Penn State's education that prestigious?
I don't fucking know, man. Like,
dang, this is Penn State. This ain't no Yale or nothing like that.
We should have went when Paterno was fucking touching boys and shit. They would have took anyone to go there.
What's his name? What's his name? The dude, Sandusky.
Oh, Sandusky, yeah. Fucking A.
Dang, that is a lot for Penn State.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry to make
Anywho.
you rehash it.
No, so let's get into the last little part, and this is why I won't be here next weekend. So turn 38, which is weird because I keep forgetting how old I am, which is probably indicative of how old I am. We're flying out to Boston. Well, actually, it's both flights are what's the fucking term called? It's not a straight flight. There's a layover. Yeah. So we fly out to Philly, and then we go from Philly to Boston, and I think it's generally the same thing coming back. But we are, for all 4 flights, which is pretty crazy, we're flying first class for the first time. Never done
First class, I remember you said, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
And I remember when we was asked, I asked what was the difference in price, and it's pretty much double.
Yeah,
from coach to first class is a double ticket.
Yeah. But yeah, excited to go do that. Don't really know what we're gonna do, but anytime I get a chance to fly, I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, it's basically why there is no episode scheduled for next week, because I literally won't be home until about midnight, and Ob's not going to do that because I don't know. I just fucking know.
So when do you leave?
About 6 a.m. on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be there from Wednesday till
Sunday night.
Sunday night. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a full week.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those deals where it just worked out with days off and vacation and
you did all your planning. I remember we were on a few pods back where it's like, make sure you plan properly when you go on vacation, because otherwise it's a waste of vacation.
Right.
You don't plan properly.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. You don't want to go there and figure it out while you're there.
Yeah, don't do that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But yeah, I didn't know if I went over that with the folks and all that, but okay. Last little thing to touch on here. So, by the way, it was Timmy Marks' birthday a few days back. So, congrats to him. I believe he's 40 now.
You related, Tim? Huh?
I think he's 40 now. I believe. I think he's 40.
Timmy's a little older than you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Not like I said it like he's fucking ancient and shit.
I know you said it like he got 10 years on you or something like that. Right. Well, you 2 years away from waking up out of your sleep and have a broke ankle that you didn't even touch. So
yeah,
here it comes. I got y'all beat by 6 years.
Yeah, congratulations. Your parents fucked before mine.
Dang, that is about the crassest way you can say it. He said your parents fucked before mine.
So an interesting thing happened about a month ago. And a big yawn for a little big boy. So our biggest fan, Nick, I haven't talked to this motherfucker in about 8-9 months. Super cool with it. No issues at all. Whatever. He reaches out to Tim. All right. And mind you, this motherfucker has my number. But I blocked him on Twitter because I was tired of seeing him. Like every time I sent something to Tiffany, like direct message, he would pop up. I'm like, I don't talk to you. Let me just get rid of you there. So give me a sec here. Yeah, April 9th. Nick asked me to ask you why you blocked him on Twitter. My response, because we don't talk. Okay, I'll tell him. I said, it's weird he noticed, though, and for that matter, why didn't he ask me? Yeah,
Why
I
is
don't
he sending
know.
messages through you?
Right. I don't know. I was just asked to ask. Weird. He said he took it personal for you to block him. Okay. You crybaby bitch motherfucker. Please understand. We don't talk. Why do you care? Why do you care? Please explain to me why you care. I don't get it. I then respond, LOL, he took me blocking him personal, but he hasn't spoken to me in a year. Good Lord, and you fucking wonder why I blocked him. Yeah, that's what he said. So what's the problem? And then he's like, I understand, I'm just trying to be neutral like Sweden. If you're curious, though, I'm sure you could reach out to him. I'm like, oh God, no, I couldn't care any less. I just found that very weird. And why, like, I think the thing that kind of set me off a little bit is you took it personal. Fucking why? You literally don't talk to me. What is personal? What? Like, help me explain. Help me understand this, because I can't. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, if I'm not dealing with somebody, then personal or not personal, I mean, what does it matter? I mean, if I don't talk to you, I don't talk to you. Like, I don't. How can it be personal if we don't even talk or we don't deal with each other? Like,
I love how you can't words. I love it. Because you're just like, I don't fucking know. Like, it doesn't make. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I'm not gonna go as far as say enemies, but like, if my enemy can't say, you're not liking me is personal. It's like we don't like each other. Like, that's supposed to be personal. Like, I don't. But you're not enemies. But if you just don't, y'all choose not to engage with each other, like, how could anything be personal? Like, I don't understand.
Right, and this whole thing started. He just stopped talking because he once again took it personal that I didn't personally roll out the red carpet to bring his dumb motherfucking ass on the podcast. Like that's the goofy part of it. Like, this all started because you didn't get preferential treatment that you, for whatever reason, thought you were supposed to get. No, we don't mesh well at all. Why would I choose to interact with somebody that I don't mesh with and try to keep a schedule with someone that's their schedule is so sporadic and all over the place that they can't be relied upon anyway. So when you're building a business, you don't do that. You don't get in bed with somebody that's not going to be reliable, that you don't necessarily enjoy interacting with, when your literal job at that point is going to be interacting with somebody. It blew my mind. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. He just stopped talking. Okay. All right. I didn't question it. I didn't care. If anything, my life was mildly better because talking to him, it caused mild anxiety because you felt very much like you had to walk on eggshells because you don't want to get wrangled into some conversation that you don't really want to be a part of. That's the best way to put it. And there's no reason to kind of put yourself on tilt when you don't need to, so you walked on eggshells. So once I didn't have to do that, my life was mildly better. But don't hear what I'm not saying. He did not have some grandiose pull on my life at all. It just was a minuscule upgrade of my emotions from a day-to-day basis, not speaking to him. I just think it's really, first of all, insanely childish that you went through Tim an infamously anxious person that doesn't like to get in the middle of things, and you're playing messenger boy with Tim. And two, if you didn't have my number and you deleted it, you have Tim's number. Tim has my number. You can get my number off of Tim and reach out to me if you got some shit to say or some questions. So there's no excuse for that. I just don't understand that you took a personal part, because it's like, what did you take personal? I removed you from Twitter because I don't talk to you on Twitter either. The fuck?
That's weird.
Thank you. Look, I'm in fucking high school. I don't know. If anyone has any insight or comments on why someone would do that, please jump in the comment section and fucking do something here. Because I don't know. But yeah, look, we're gonna jump out of here because we got another pod to record. Good old football here. I'm gonna go wet my palate with Jermaine's ball juice. So anyone that wants to help with Williams College Fund, donate to the Patreon. I'll take your ball
everybody
juice.
just remember a bacon pancake / corn dog.
Listen, if you donate to the Patreon, I will make you a bacon corn dog pancake, you motherfucker. But check out the website, xandolifepod.com. That's where all our socials are. You jump in there. They have the YouTube link there. You see the friends of the show. Check out Spitball Media. They're on there too. I forgot to add my dude, an actor fellow that pops in for you occasionally. Good old fucking Percy. Like some dude with the fucking hair, the actor guy.
What?
Oh, fuck you. It's fine. You know who he is.
Actor.
Yeah, he's an actor. Like, he does acting shit. But I meant to add him to the friends of the show tabs. I'll do that tonight. But
okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
So it's somebody you did a pod with?
Yeah, I occasionally go on his show. He invites me, and then.
Okay. That's the same guy. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now. Black dude with fucking crazy hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That's my description of him, but it's fine. You got there.
Hey, I got the job done.
It sure fucking did. But yeah, so good show, man. Tiff said last show, and I don't know. I don't really believe it. Maybe just because the topics were boring a little bit. I guess she said it sounded like we were forced a little bit. Like the chemistry wasn't there last week. I don't know. I didn't catch it. Maybe because it wasn't like a super interactive.
I can't even remember what we talked about last
Well,
time.
that's probably the reason. Then it was the movie stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Forced? No, really?
I don't know. Yeah, it was more like the chemistry. She said the chemistry didn't sound like it was there, and I think maybe because it wasn't like a fun, silly episode. There wasn't like a lot of jokes, and there wasn't a lot of jokes here. But we had good dialogue. So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I don't know if that was something that you maybe picked up on. I didn't really catch it, but
No, I didn't catch that one. Yeah. I haven't watched our last one in its entirety. I got like halfway through it, and I still got to finish it. But I didn't see any disengagement.
Yeah,
I didn't see any disengagement. I know that my when my brother was here, and he was pulling up something on YouTube, and of course we popped up, and he was shocked. He was just like, "Hey, yo, YouTube?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Man, Rich got that on all them platforms." He was like, "Man, that's what's up."
Tell them motherfuckers to subscribe and shit. Get that fucking bell, god damn it.
He just was amazed. He was just like, "Wow, you on YouTube?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, we just surpassed 2,500 views on YouTube. So I don't know.
Sweet.
All right. So we'll take a 5-10 minute break. We'll say it's 10 minutes just to give ourselves a chance to get by, to get ready. But good show.
Yeah.
And I'll see you in 10 minutes. And all you guys can go fuck yourselves. Goodbye.
Peace.
Oh, my mouth.
Deuce. God damn.
We're still recording. I love it. Perfect.